The road to the Kentucky Oaks starts underneath the lights, and it's the twin spires of the Pocahontas Stakes Grade 2 at Churchill Downs, and it's a 9-horse field. Kind of a wide open betting race. We've got a preview of the Iroquois Stakes up online as well. And remember, hit subscribe or ring that bell for notifications of all the race videos leading up to the 2020 Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks. The more subscribers, the more race previews we will do as we lead you in to 2020 and the Kentucky Derby and Kentucky Oaks. Let's start at the rail with Shadilee. Michael Maker sends out this impressive maiden winner at Saratoga, won by 3 lengths. And in that race, she was claimed for $75,000. She was 8-1 that day, edged away, a little bit of a turf pedigree, so I don't think Michael Maker will find that any problem, as he does very well with turf horses. But right now, he wants to keep her on the dirt and see if he can pick up some Grade 2 black type in this race. Shadilee draws inside, gets Julian Leparoux in the saddle, and I think she's got enough speed to be competitively up close. It's just a matter if she's ready to go a mile and a 16th off just the one lifetime race. His Glory, sent out by Thomas Amos. She picked up a nice win in her debut race back at Indiana and then lost. It was overmatched the last couple of races in some Grade 3 and $100,000 stakes race. She's back in kind of with a group of fillies that she fits with, but sometimes these horses start to go off form after that maiden win, and I want to see a little bit of a more competitive effort before I can take His Glory on the top end. Portrait, I believe, is going to be the favorite. She picked up a 12-length victory in a maiden race. 86 Brisnet speed figure in that one, and Ellen J. Foxwood sends out this Daughter of Tapizar. She's got a little bit of a win early pedigree with Tapizar and Bellamy Road. $140,000 yearling purchase, big victory, fast speed rating, definitely a top 3 contender. Lazy Daisy, a daughter of Paintner, Doug O'Neill sends in from Del Mar, picked up a win in the debut race, and then a little bit bigger field in the Del Mar debutante. That was an impressive victory by Bast that day, and they're wheeling her back on short rest. I'm not totally sure that she's going to run in this spot. There is a chance that Lazy Daisy could scratch. Meanwhile, my top selection is going to be Blood Curdling. She kind of picked up a win at Colonial Downs, and I think some people are going to overlook that. She won by 11 lengths. It was a small field, but I like the pedigree. It kind of screams dirt to me. Fed Biz out of a Street Cry mare. It's a little bit of a win early, and watching the replay, I just like the way she looks. A $325,000 purchase when FedBiz goes for $10K as a stallion fee means this thing has looked good all along. It was bought last year at the Fasig Tipton August sale, and I just think she looks like a good horse, ran like a good horse in her debut race, was bet down under 4-1 in a 5-horse field. So Blood Curdling is going to be my top selection in the Pocahontas. Meanwhile, Morning Gold, sent out by Ken McPeak, daughter of Morning Line. She throws some fast fillies every now and then. Even though overall he's been disappointing as a stallion, he's had some nice winners, and Ken McPeak knows how to win early. He likes to move this turf to dirt angle, and she should have the stamina to be running late in the mile and a 16th Pocahontas. So Morning Line, Morning Gold, definitely a contender, a daughter of Morning Line. Meanwhile, British Idiom picked up a win at Churchill Downs. 3-length victory, was bet down in that spot to the favorite. Flashback, a son of Tappet, so you're not really sure what you're going to get, and an expensive broodmare sire and Mr. Sekaguchi, who was purchased for a high price a long time ago back at the Keeneland sales. Kind of some mixed signals. Flashback was kind of a talented horse, but kind of a head case, being a son of Tappet. We'll see what British Idiom can do. And a nice speed figure first time out, definitely will be bet down off that speed figure. And Irad Ortiz ships in to ride British Idiom. Meanwhile, Steve Asmussen trains Lotta Ott. Lotta Ott, a victory in her 2nd lifetime race. Another one of Tapiture. Steve Asmussen trained Tapiture, and this one out of a forestry mare who was definitely a win early and some speed to the pedigree. So Lotta Ott, probably about 10 or 15-1 on my Morning Line for this race. Adeline, Palace Malice, first crop, 7-furlong victory at Gulfstream Park. Now ships up and moves up a little bit in class, just a 4-horse field the last time, now has to face 8 other horses in the Pocahontas. That's a look at the Pocahontas Stakes. I think the favorite's probably going to be either British Idiom or possibly Portrait. I'm going with a horse coming in from Colonial Downs in Blood Curdling, an 11-length victory and a nice pedigree to win early and win on the dirt. Who do you like? Leave a comment below. Also, don't forget, we've got the Iroquois Stakes up ready for you to preview as we race you up to the Breeders' Cup Juvenile and Juvenile Fillies, and also the Road to the Kentucky Oaks begins with the Grade 2 Pocahontas Stakes.